Let's take a deep breath and just relax. Totally relax. PTSD. I want to talk about a little bit, starting out, about the child's brain development. Interesting researching that I have been done. From newborn to age 6, early child experiences are critical to emotional and intellectual development of a child. During these years, 75% of brain growth is completed. Think about that, 75% by age 3, or by age 6. 75%, that's a lot. The first 3 years, brain stimulation is by environment. First 3 years, brain stimulated by environment. The first 3 years, brain triples in weight and establishes about 1,000 trillion nerve connections, more than the adult human has. Fear is our most basic emotion. What makes our brain addictive? We'll get to that a little bit later. Right now, what I would like to talk about is PTSD. And instead of giving statistics and all of that, I am a trauma survivor, trying to be a trauma thriver, getting there. I think it's very important to get this knowledge, because knowledge empowers us, of PTSD and of anybody that has been abused. By the time I was age 3, I was sexually molested. I was born in Louisiana and moved back to the southern states of Missouri, Arkansas, and Tennessee. I started first grade in Tennessee, moved by second grade to Missouri, moved here in second grade, moved here in third grade, house fire by third grade, totally burnt out, lost everything, alcoholic father by second grade, house fire fourth grade, lived in motel fourth grade, built new home in fifth grade, started in new home, moved fifth grade and sixth grade, sexually abused by uncle and others, verbally, physically, emotionally abused by parents, moved 5th grade and 6th grade, moved 7th grade, moved 8th grade, moved 9th grade 3 times, moved 10th grade twice, moved 11th grade, moved 12th grade twice. After 3.5 years of psychotherapy, it has empowered me. My biggest thing is knowledge. My research is on politics, insurance, PTSD, brain traumatic injuries, anything that has to do with more empowerment to the traumatized victims. And that includes PTSD of our soldiers coming back. I also found a very interesting PTSD survivor prayer that I would like to share with everyone. The Serenity Prayer for Trauma Survivors. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. The past, what happened to me was traumatic, no matter how effectively I have stuffed it. Courage to change the things I can. My attitude towards my symptoms help me to accept them as a normal response to trauma and evidence that I need to take care of myself by talking about this and getting help. My actions, I no longer have to drug or deny my symptoms. I can just accept them. My reactions, instead of freaking out, I can focus on the symptom, feel what I feel, go through and deal with the pain, and learn whatever it is that my higher power wants me to know, and share about the effects on trauma on people. Finally, I can change how I see these symptoms as normal and helpful to me in my recovery, even if they are painful. Eventually, I will be able to help other people who share a history of trauma, and the wisdom to know the difference. I can change my actions and reactions. Help me to be willing, teachable, and to learn about myself and what I have survived, even if it is frightening. Prayer for people with PTSD. Higher power, I know that it is not within the harmony of the universe that I be healed from the trauma of remembering traumatic incidents without pain. Help me through the pain, surround me with the golden light of healing, fill me with the white light of peace and love. Help me to bear the pain as I go through these memories. Help me to cry, help me to remember, help me to love myself no matter what happened to me or what I did to survive. Help me to release and let go of my survivor skills, the things such as anger and numbness that help keep me alive, as I become aware of how ineffective they can be in getting me what I want today. Fill me with the light of love until I am green and growing again in harmony of the universe. If it is thy will, amen. Suggested affirmation for people recovering from PTSD. I'm a survivor and I'm 40 years old. I'm in a safe place now in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. I am with my wife and my stepson and they care for me. There's no one side of my life who wants to hurt me. I can cry and be scared and everyone will still love me and accept me. I need to have these feelings so I can let them go. I may feel them repeatedly, but each time I need to accept them so I can let them go. If I am feeling guilty, shame, or other painful feelings, I do not have to believe that I am guilty, did something shameful, or whatever. I can say to myself, isn't that sad? I am feeling an old pattern I grew up with, but I need to feel it so it will pass. Please adapt these in any way that works for you. Patience Mason is the one who wrote that. Tremendous words there. Because I, for one, will tell you that walking through the stages of psychotherapy as I have, it is painful. It makes you angry. It makes you pissed off. It makes you guilty. It makes you shameful. You have to feel all of those emotions. I love the saying that Dr. Phil has. You cannot heal what you do not acknowledge. When you acknowledge and you grab hold of that and you want to change, you don't want to live in the old patterns. That's why when I found this, it was like, wow, that is very powerful words. The empowerment that we need to feel is very important. Politics is a very big thing right now. We have a heated debate going on between Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama. I, for one, am for Barack Obama. Everyone is freedom of America to choose who they will. I campaigned for Governor Deval Patrick in the state of Massachusetts, who shares a common interest and viewpoint with Barack Obama. I have seen things change, and that's one thing we have to stand for. Everyone needs insurance so they can start their healing. If you cannot afford to get help, you cannot heal. There are self-help things, but you do need a professional to walk through your journey. My journey has been an awesome one. There are times when I slide back. I recently had to have surgery again and looking at surgery tomorrow. And the PTSD of the severe MRSA that I was infected with in 2001, I'm still living with it. It made me disabled. Does it make me angry? Heck yeah. Am I surviving it? You betcha. Am I learning to let go? Slowly. It's very hard to let go of the anger that you feel someone has put on you. In all of that to say, if I did not have the insurance, as I didn't have when I first started my career in the medical field, psychotherapy wasn't around. Therapy in the South was denied. You were weak if you went to therapy. I think one of the most empowering things that I've come away from psychotherapy with is my empowerment, that I can change the old ways of thinking. I don't have to be in that survival mode anymore. That life is gone. My new life is here. I have to stay in the present. I have to keep myself grounded. When things go awry, when things upset me, I have to not lean back into the old ways of thinking. I have to look forward and use the skills that I have learned. This world is changing and we need a change. This world, I believe, needs a hero right now. As many heroes as we can get. Again, on my blog, which is ptsdtraumaonthebrain.blogspot.com, I have 2 videos of 2 Katrina teenagers. I believe they were 17 at the time of Katrina. They swam for their life. They lived through the convention center. I don't think anybody in our lifetime will ever live through anything as horrendous as they did. Being 17, coming from a broken home where they had to kill DSS on their own mother who was into drugs, Katrina changed their lives. Their mother, I have been told, is cleaning her act up, but they were moved to 6 different states and then they landed in my hometown of Kennett, Missouri. As you will see with the videos that the teacher did that was working with them, they were very low functioning children in the lower 9th ward of Louisiana. The reality of the way they were treated is awful. It's ridiculous.